Hey, I'm Shawn Hook, and you're watching me on The Adam Bomb Show.
Balancing on anything that's on the ground. Shawn Hook on The Adam Bomb Show.
How's it going?
What's the last thing you've balanced on? And I don't want to tell the backstory after that.
The last thing I balanced on, one of those, you know, those little wheelie things with the that looks like a Segway, but they're smaller.
Yeah, yeah.
What are they called? Hoverboards, but they don't hover, but that's what they're called.
Oh,
one of those.
I want to know why you did the balancing act and got into the Guinness Book of World Records. Tell that story.
The real story, well, as a kid, I was fascinated by the Guinness Book World Records, and every time we'd go to the library, we had to choose the books we'd want. I'd choose the Guinness Book World Records. Fast forward to when I was a teenager, I used to train on a Swiss exercise ball growing up in Canada for hockey.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so my dad saw the guy that set the Guinness World Record. He did it in Stonehenge. And he made it this big thing. And I was like, wow, you know what? This is my opportunity. I use this ball every day to train. I could totally break this record. So I contacted Guinness, and they said, listen, you live in a small town. We're not going to send anybody. But if you do these things and you do the record, then, you know, you set the record. Send it in. We'll do it. So I did. I set the record, and I got a Guinness World Record.
That's awesome.
It's random.
How crazy was it in your small town for hockey? Because you mentioned you grew up playing hockey. I mean, because here it's football, obviously, really. But in Canada, it's so much different.
Yeah, it's you know, you're born in Canada, and they pretty much fit you for skates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a rite of passage. But yeah, it's. I guess we live up to that cliche. It's true.
So when did you put the skates down and pick up what's in front of you right now, that big keyboard?
Well, that's the funny thing. Music was always a constant for me as well. I mean, my parents put me into piano lessons when I was 4, and you know, piano was the one thing I never really strayed from. And I'm so thankful for it because, like, you know, in my teenage years, I'd turn to piano for just to get my anger out or stress out or sadness out. I just go and sit and play at the piano. And then I started writing music.
Well, do you remember the first thing you played on the piano? Can you remember that song or a song that sticks in your head the most?
Honestly, it was probably like Hot Cross Buns. I'm pretty sure.
Something so simple.
Or Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Is that what you're playing for us today?
Yeah, I mean, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Yeah, that's.
But it would sound good. Why not? I wonder if any artist would ever put out a single like that if it could get on the radio. Honestly, because I've never even thought of that to remake "Mary Had a Little Lamb" or "Hot Cross."
I don't know. Should we do it? We can do it. You can do a feature, Adam Bomb and Shawn Hook, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Would your record company do that?
I don't know. Can you rap on it?
I would try, but it'd be horrible. Shawn, I don't know if you'd want that single.
Mary had a little lamb. She was reading Green Eggs and Ham.
Yeah, I think we ought to throw that idea out the window.
Okay,
what do you say?
It's gone.
Shawn Hook's on the Adam Bomb Show. I caught you out at the American Music Awards. What'd you think of all that? The award show feeling is different, I would imagine, for an artist than it is for radio people or for spectators. Who did you have and like, oh, wow, they're so-and-so. That's great. I got to talk to them. Or
Well, you know what? I was kind of, this year I didn't go to the show. I met you the day before at the Radio Row, and it was actually, that was a lot of fun. That was a big experience for me because I've never done that before. And I ran into Tovlo backstage, and I was a big fan of Tovlo. I love her records this year. And so that was a cool moment. And then just, you know, meeting all the different radio stations from across America. It's awesome. All in one room.
Okay, this is not a PC answer. I want to know who you really like as an artist. Who you're like, I love them, and I really maybe take a little bit from them and try to work it into my stuff.
I think Bruno Mars is an amazing artist. I like him a lot. I think he's super talented as a writer, performer is insane, singer, everything. All the check marks of artists. I think Sam Smith's incredible. I think Adele is incredible. Like, I think those 3 artists are going to be legendary artists for a long time to come, and hopefully one day, you know, or I hope to have longevity in my career as well.
Shawn Hook's on the Adam Bomb Show. Now that you're kind of off and running now, do you go home a lot to the small town? Do you talk to a lot of people from back there? You know, what's that? I mean, that's got to be a big transition, right?
Yeah, it's quite the transition. And the thing is, I love where I'm from, and I love a lot of the people where I'm from. And when I do have time to go back, I'm going back. I will be off officially on December 23rd. So
good.
I'm flying home.
Yeah.
I'm flying to Spokane, Washington, and my mom and dad are coming across the border to pick me up because I grew up pretty close.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, I've been on the road since August. I left my place in Vancouver.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's been a trip. But
how do you stay healthy on the road? Because you got to sing too, and
yeah.
that's, I can't imagine, because when the weather changes around here, and I mean it's not like Canada, it's probably not as extreme, but I lose my voice, and you're working harder on your voice than I am.
Yeah, it's all the cliches. It's really like getting sleep, drinking a lot of water. Not going out.
Is that hard?
It's tough. It's tough. I spent a lot of time in LA, and I have a lot of friends like, "Hey, what you coming out tonight?" I'm like, I can't tonight.
Yeah.
I can't tonight. I got that out of my system a while ago, anyways.
Good. That's good. It seems like you got it together, though. It seems like you're straight and narrow when it comes to this stuff.
Definitely. I like to have fun on stage. That's where I kind of let go a little bit. But I'm really looking forward to introducing myself to America, and I want to make sure I'm at my best at every city I go. Otherwise, I'm doing myself a disservice. And
introducing yourself to America means constantly, and I caught myself doing it. I'm videoing you, then I'm Snapchatting you. They're doing the same thing. Literally, though, your life is, if it's not already, will be under that cliche microscope.
Yeah.
Do you worry about that, or?
Not really. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm going to be accountable for all my actions. So if I approach each situation with a conscious mind, I'll be okay. I mean, I haven't got to a point yet where I feel like, it's a nuisance. At this point, it's like, hey, take more videos, take more pictures.
Yeah,
exactly. Spread the word.
Yeah, it's a good idea to have then.
Yeah.
Just don't do anything scandalous, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shawn Hook on the Adam Bomb Show, man. Great song, Sound of Your Heart, and I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, before I leave, I actually brought something for you.
What did you bring? Because we brought you stuff over there for baseball. Yeah, we brought one of our tomahawks from our team, our baseball team, and a bobblehead for you.
Oh, incredible!
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll do a little gift exchange.
Oh, what did you get?
Well, I brought. I don't know if you noticed, but I rock a Hookster bracelet.
I have seen that. So I can be a Hookster because that's your fans.
Yes, I am now inducting you into the official Hookster.
This is amazing. I get to be a Hookster.
Yes.
And you told me about how your fans came up with Hookster.
Yes.
Because it almost was, I'll just say it, Hooker. And you're like, nah, let's not say Hooker. Hookster's way better.
It's not so PC. There you go.
Yeah.
It's not so PC. And yeah, it came at the right time. I was literally on a TV show. It was live taping. I'm like, and I was going to say Hooker, but I was like, oh, wait, that's not PC. And one of my fans was like, no, we're Hooksters. I'm like, yes, you are. You are such Hooksters.
I love that. I remember that story. That's great. Dude, thank you so much for this.
Well,
I'm putting
thank
it on
you.
right now.
Yeah.
Shawn Hook on the Adam Bomb Show.
I'm missing the sound of your heart, missing you.